to Puckett and the Gas Man on Seattle Sports Radio 950 KJR. Entertaining sports talk.
All right, welcome back to the radio program, Puckett and Gas. Furness coming up next. We'll find out what's happening. His show, top of the hour, the mayor of Maple Valley. Two guests here in studio, Mark and Norb. They are part of 12s Helping 12s. They have a cool event coming up this weekend, Hawkfest 18 at Emerald Downs, Saturday, May 19th. Gentlemen, Mark, how are you? Norb, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Doing awesome, man. It's
and
great
Gas,
to be here.
you've known Mark for years.
Yeah, I've known.
He's your bookie.
I've only known. That's right. Mark is my bookie. Mark and I met, and it's funny. The organization is called 12s Helping 12s, and 12s is a still relatively new term within the Hawk vernacular. There's people that way predate the idea of we're going to refer to everybody as a 12. And Mark's one of those guys, and people don't believe it, but in 96, 97, when Ken Behring was trying to move the team to Los Angeles, there was a decent chance they were going to go. And it's hard to explain with how hot the Hawks are now. Mark, you know this. They were as cold back then. If you want to go 180 degrees, the games weren't selling out. There wasn't there was the deep well of passion, but people just didn't care. The Sonics were hot. The M's were hot. The Hawks were easy to ignore. And it was you and a group of others that just got in and you dug in and you burrowed and you called people like me all the time saying, you got to have us on. We got to talk about this. And,
Did I bug you?
Oh, yes. You were like a fungus that wouldn't go away.
Oh, now I'm a fungus.
But I think it's important.
I thought I was a bee at a picnic.
You were all of that stuff, but it was important to beat that drum at the time.
Yeah,
and it is no small jump to say, because of you and a lot of other people that bought into what you were doing, this team is enjoying the success it's enjoying now. Because without a rabble-rousing grassroots group, it might not have worked out. Maybe it would have, but it might not have.
Yeah, it was a tough road back then, but it was. We just had to keep it in the public side, and just like you said, I wrote a letter in '95 of December of '95, and it.
You wrote to Ken Behring. You basically said you've picked the wrong guy to mess with. The letter is out there
to that effect. We're on live radio, so I don't want the FCC to get us. But yeah, there was some hot words involved.
But for people to know, I mean, it's because it's fresh in our mind. Save Our Sonics, but you were the founding member of Save Our Seahawks.
Correct.
You were the guy that
I wrote the letter. Yes.
I remember the group. I remember when the buses came. You guys were sitting out there with the over the Kirkland, the old facility. You guys were out there right where the gate is.
Luckily, like I say, originally, luckily, because I'd wrote the letter in December '95, and Behring was still denying it at the time. So it wasn't until February 2nd that he pulled the plug. So we were a little bit prepared. We had lawyers online and whatnot. But yeah, we filed the very first suit on behalf of anybody, and it was for the fans, and we did a class action suit. So we were a little prepared. But again, we just had to keep it in the public side daily, and we did with the help with Mike and the guys and other people. And again, I was green as green, and he'll tell you, but I had no clue what I was doing, but I learned quick.
He's still rough around the edges, and his scars have healed up, but he actually tied himself to the Space Needle and set himself on fire at one point.
You look great for being on fire, Mark.
I'll tell you one thing I didn't tie myself to was the Key Arena, so don't get me started on that one. That's a whole other subject.
Yeah.
That's right.
The best thing is Norb's here as well. Norb hasn't done anything other than hold up a phone because he's on Facebook Live. What have you accomplished in your life, Norb?
Norb's like an internet TV star, right?
I do YouTube videos, so I have a channel called NorbCam, and I just joined my Seahawks passion along with my filmmaking passion, and things kind of just worked out, and people apparently find it entertaining. And so that's kind of what led to me meeting this guy here, Mark Collins.
Tell us, Mark and Norb, tell us about the event that's coming up. It's the 4th annual Hawkfest 2018 Emerald Downs, the ultimate Seattle football fan party. Again, this Saturday, May 19th, 1 to 5 o'clock at Emerald Downs.
Mark and I, 4 years ago when we met, we decided to form a charity called 12s Helping 12s. And one of the first things we did was we started this event called Hawkfest. So this is our 4th annual Hawkfest. And we do it to raise money for 12s Helping 12s, which is our charity that goes to basically helping 12s around the community in need. So during the holiday time when there's families who don't have enough money for gifts or food, we provide grants for that so they have a little something for that time.
Cancer patients, too.
And we adopt cancer patients.
Dear to my heart, as Mike knows.
Yeah.
And so the event is to raise money, but larger than that, it's also just to have an event where the fans, during this off-season time where there's not a lot of stuff going on, the fans can get together, have some great activities for the kids to do. We got bouncy toys, Zorb balls that they can roll around in. Mark and I will be on stage doing live entertainment. You know, we've got the Wheels of Boom and Hawk Wheels cars all lined up out there. The Boot Boogie Babes doing their dance routines. So it's just a fun afternoon. It's free to the public, but we take donations. We happily accept donations on behalf of 12s Helping 12s to help our cause.
And what I would invite people that want to come out, because a lot of the people who participate in these things are these, and I don't want to use they're crazy fans, and I don't mean crazy bad, I mean crazy good. They're painting their faces. They're the people that get into character on Sundays.
Mama
Blue is kind of she's really the exalted queen.
Is she
going
to live forever, by the way?
Yes.
Because when I was 10 going to games, she was there, and I still go to games now. I'm 42, and she's still going. She looks the same. Her and Steve Poole have not aged in this city.
Yeah.
That's how this all started, was Mama Blue.
She's my other mother, by the way.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Mama Blue hauled these two in and said, look, Mama Blue needs a little bit of scratch.
Jen? Is the secret Jen? What is it?
I don't think it is Jen with
it's
her.
McNaughton's.
Well, there's something, man.
But for fans for people who have gone to the games and thought, God, I might like to try and really up my this would be a perfect event to come to, because you'll meet a lot of those people that do that.
Yeah, what's that? Like I say, it's a great thing. My big thing is kids. I'm not really kid friendly for long, but I really like to see smiles on kids' faces.
That's a ringing endorsement, Mark.
I can tolerate somebody's kid.
That's why I'm here. I got two
go
girls.
away. It's like you're annoying me, but I really do I like seeing smiles on kids' faces, and if we could do things and make it, because so many of these events cost so much money for people. We make this free because I want to be able to see people come out that can bring their kids and do something. And if they have a couple bucks to kick our way, that great. The biggest things for us is, like we said, we give these grants, and it ramps up more at Christmas time. But giving back to me, and after losing my wife to cancer and everything, and I think Mike and I share that. You lost your mom, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And cancer is a devastating, and it doesn't discriminate. So the things that we can do to give back and help the people that are kind of either down on their luck or maybe going through a medical emergency or something, it's huge to me. It's the little things that.
And again, there's more information at 12shelping12s.com. That's the website. Also, facebook.com/12shelping12s. You can go there. You can donate. You can also donate at the event as well. Again, the Ultimate Seattle Football Fan Party this Saturday, May 19th, 1 to 5 at Emerald Downs. Free admission, fun for all ages. Mark is willing for charity too. If you have kids, and kids are welcome, he'll babysit for an hour your kids.
I'm kid friendly for a few minutes. I love that.
You have to give money to the charity. $100, and Mark will watch your kids there.
I'll pass that off to somebody else. But if you want to donate to the charity and you want to leave your kids and go, you can go gamble on the horses. Just leave the kids with us.
And Uncle Mark's got you.
And Uncle Mark has them, and I'll pass them off to somebody else.
Uncle Mark's going to put you in a shed like Leach put the other kid.
They're going to think they're at a zoo, because I heard Withy talking about this in an ad a few minutes ago. The Clydesdales are going to be there.
Yeah.
Camels, ostriches, and zebras.
It's unbelievable. Do the kids get to ride the ostriches?
I hope not.
Well, it's because they have the animal race the next day on Sunday. So all the animals are penned and ready to go, kind of, in preparation for the next day. So the fact that they're there, the kids can come out, and it's like a little zoo, zoo.
And Emerald Downs has been so great as a place. God, of all the things we argued about building that 25 years ago, we had a huge argument about whether to build that. And they do stuff like this all the time. They've had basketball tournaments out there. They do things where they make their place available to help other organizations help people. So
speaking of other, Slick Watts is going to be at this event too.
Yeah,
so, and hopefully we get some of the alumni guys. Cool. The problem is a lot of these alumni guys say, how much am I getting paid to come there? So, I have no problem throwing them under the bus. But hey, guys, we're doing this to help the other community. So if there's any alumni out there listening right now, we really would love to see you guys out there just to kind of put a smile on other people's faces.
You can win cash in the 50-50 raffle. There's a silent auction, free access to the horse track. You guys mentioned that before. We've buried the lead.
The Preakness is there this weekend.
Yeah, music by the NorbCam All-Star Band. We've actually buried that.
Yeah.
What are the hits you're playing here this week?
Well, it's a funny combination here, because Mark plays with a rock band, Latigo Lace, and I've been playing with a dance pop band for a number of years. And so this is a strange combination between Mark and me, two genres that really don't go hand in hand, but we find a way to make it work. So it's a mix of some 80s stuff, some classic rock. I'm the one
playing the drums, so every song's going to have a rock beat. So whether it's whatever he's doing, but
wait till the fans of Latigo Lace, right?
Latigo Lace,
Latigo Lace fans and the NorbCam All-Star Band fans. It's good. it's going to make like some of the rap feuds we saw in the 90s. The parking lot's going to be just full of people throwing hands.
Biggie and Tupac all over again.
That's right.
This is.
That's right.
Anything else you guys want to plug? I mean, one last thing.
I got one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I've got one more. I would like, because Mark and I have been friends for 20 some odd years now. And when I left KJR, Mark called and said, because I gave up all my tickets. And he said, "Hey, you want to go to a Hawks game?" And I said, "Yeah." So Mark and I go to a game every year. And here's what I have to endure. Can you do this on command? And I want you to sit way back. You can't?
I can, but I don't want to do it.
Come on. This guy, when the other team has the ball, you have to, it's a requirement. You have to make noise. You have to sit there. It really is kind of funny. You got to go, you just got to yell.
Down my headset.
And this guy, this is what I deal with for 3 hours on the Seahawks game. Where are we going, to the Chargers game this year? Seahawks Chargers this year. This is what I'll deal with for 3 hours. Right next to me, and he keeps it up, and like we went to the Colts game last year, and because of that, I can't tell you one thing that happened during the Colts game because I'm numbing the pain.
Yeah, you're deaf.
Yeah, but we went down the club lounge, and there is a picture of you kissing a drummer, or I don't know what.
I kiss drummers all the time. I get very kissy at games.
For sure.
Look out, man.
I think there was
the world needs more kissing and less arguing.
There was some Grand Marnier involved, I think, with that game.
There might have been. Well, I think what you guys do is cool. I love using sports to make the community a better place, and this is as grassroots as it gets. Not affiliated with the Hawks, affiliated with fans, and I don't say that as a negative. That's a positive. This is grassroots organization stuff here, and I think if fans go out to Emerald Downs on Saturday, they're going to have a blast at Hawkfest 18.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and again, from this Saturday, May 19th, 1 to 5 o'clock, Emerald Downs, free admission, fun for all ages. Go out there, check these guys out, 12shelping12s.com. More information there, also on Facebook at 12s.
And we are a 501c3 too, so any donation you get is tax deductible. So when you're thinking of making a tax deductible donation this year, think of 12s Helping 12s, because it's going to go back and just about 100%, maybe 98% of it goes right back to where it belongs, and that's with the community.
Great stuff. Norb, thank you. Mark, thank you very much for your work, and of course your work in the past as well.